welcome to the
Guy Weapon Guy
YouTube channel.
Owl of a
In the
Bat.
Disney universe, Ariel is canonically 16 years old throughout her iconic role in
And I was
the
9.
Little Mermaid
And I was
film
9,
Beyond.
so if anything,
You
she
are a
was
mermaid
noncing on me.
nonce. Ariel was 16 mermaid nonce.
Exactly,
Ariel
almost
was
twice
16
my age.
Mermaid nonce. Ariel was 16
Almost
mermaid
twice my
nonce.
age.
Ariel was 16.
No, Ariel's not saying she wants to shag me. Neither am I saying I want to shag her now. That's where you're missing the point. When I first watched it as a 9-year-old, yeah, I had a crush on her. But...
Oh, are you sure about that? You sure?
Let's remind ourselves of a few things, shall we?
Stupid, you're making me sound like a mental, like I'm on some kind of frenzied, Christ-defying mermaid porn. I've got my own copy of Splash, you idiot. Well, you're Simple or something, and the Little Mermaid. And no, it's not noncy before you start. She's a grown woman, she had tits. And she was trying to top off with her brain size. She was a woman. Don't need to go hunting like a crazed person for mermaid porn.
Let's first definitively establish what the old man is saying in this clip. What he is saying in effect, is that he wouldn't have to go looking for mermaid porn, because he has his own copy of Splash, and the Little Mermaid. Where he then attempts to claim that it isn't noncy because she was a woman, as incorrect as that may be. Therefore it stands to reason that, with the old man both claiming that he wouldn't need to go looking for mermaid porn because he has a copy of the Little Mermaid, and that it isn't noncy, therefore being some sort of sexual interest or enjoyment from the material by the old man, but that it's okay because she was of age, although she actually isn't, that the conclusion to be reached is that the old man used the Little Mermaid as pornographic material at the time of this recording. For context, this recording was uploaded in 2020, when he was 38. Ariel is canonically 16 years old throughout her iconic role in
And I was
the
9.
Little Mermaid
And I was
film
9,
Beyond.
so if anything,
You
she
are a
was
mermaid
noncing on me.
nonce. No, just no, old man, just no, don't be stupid. The over 30-year-old animated Disney film does not contain sentient characters capable of noncing on its viewers. Come on now, I know you like to insult our intelligence with what you expect us to believe, but come on. Nonce.
Exactly,
Ariel
almost
was
twice
16
my age.
mermaid nonce, and you were over twice her age of 16, when you, at age 38, admitted you have mermaid porn via the film she was in and admitted she was the focal point of that interest. So at least you're almost right in regards of people being twice the ages of other people and those age gaps being inappropriate.
Neither am I saying I want to shag her now. That's where you're missing the point. When I first watched it as a 9-year-old, yeah, I had a crush on her. But...
That may very well be true of you now, let's assume it is. Doesn't change the fact that you're pretending that you only had some form of romantic or amorous inclination towards the character when you were 9, although I'm not saying that's exactly how those feelings manifested. I wasn't alive in the 1800s to witness it, but I believe it's safe to broadly classify it as non-platonic based on the old man describing it as a crush. When you were using the film she was in, with her as the focal point, as a source of pornographic material at age 38. Last I checked, there's quite a few years between 9 and 38, and you explicitly said your focus at her wasn't noncy because she was a grown woman, as incorrect as that is, meaning that the type of attention you were showing her would be considered noncy if not for the fact she was of age. Doesn't sound to me like you only had those sorts of inclinations when you were a child.
She's a grown woman, she had tits.
Well, I wouldn't call a 16-year-old girl, especially one whose character design and traits were specifically designed to serve the themes of childlike innocence and naivete that are fundamental to the story, a grown woman, but maybe that's just me. Plus the defense of, she had tits, as evidence for her being a grown woman doesn't inspire a great deal of confidence in me regarding the old man's knowledge of female development, or indeed female anatomy in general, which can quite easily and plausibly be attributed to a lack of practical experience.
And she was trying to top off with her brain size, she was a woman.
Christ, that's a weak defense, isn't it? I'm fairly certain in saying that teenagers are capable of trying to cop off with other people, and I'm fairly certain that teenagers have hormones. I could swear that's one of the things they're known for. Pretty sure those aren't things exclusive to grown women, and I'm pretty certain the reality of both biological behavior and teenage pregnancy disproves that notion definitively.
Hello, what planet are you living on? Planet Zog?